Hey there, boys and gorillas. Uh, Jimmy Photon here. What's happening? With a special Nature Boy edition outside of stupid pedal tricks. Today's lovely installment features yours truly and my newest little bird thing that I built. Yes, I DIY guitars too. And you get a three for today. You get not one, not two, but three stupid pedal tricks in one. First up, we have the Fuzzy Goodness Overdrive. Real simple. We'll get to that in a second. The Transmission Overdrive. Also simple. And one whacked out Big Muff with too many Vegematic switches and some interesting but very simple modifications that you too might be able to do to yours. So let's start it off. You got the converted to Princeton reverb. Because I'm outside, I'm going to crank it up just a little bit. If I can find the damn knob. Neck pickup. Bridge pickup. Let's kick on the Fuzzy Goodness and see what it sounds like. And of course there's more distortion on tap. Fuzz-o-matic. Cleans up with the volume knob. And you got a little more volume in case you need it. Get a nice overdrive out of it with the volume cranked and the distortion down. Again, off. It's a little overdriven anyway because it's the Princeton. There's nothing you're going to do about that. And you also have a three-way switch on here. I don't know if you can actually see it in this. I got it labeled female, androgynous, and male. Changes the input cap from in the middle is 100 nanofarad. Yeah, 100 nanofarad. To the left is a 220 nanofarad, and to the right is a 22 nanofarad. When you put the thing in the middle, you just get the one nanofarad cap. And then you add in the other caps in parallel, which changes the tone. It dejuices a little bit. Right now it's set on the woman tone. Just a little less than full distortion. Middle. Off. And finally the male position. I kind of like it in the middle. So that's the Fuzzy Goodness Overdrive. Schematics should be on freestompboxes.org and doityourselfstompboxes.com. I'll try and remember to put up links to everything. I have to actually revise the schematic and the Vero layout on this because I had made a couple of mistakes, but seems to work for me now. Next up is the Transmission Overdrive, which is a slightly different kind of thing. I was trying to see how much I could get out of one stupid, transistor. There's a VC547 in here. It's got shiftable diodes where you can. I found it on the internet somewhere, and I based an idea off of it. Where it's like this guy had it preset with a combination of big ass silicone diodes, like 1N400 whatever on one side, and then IN or 1N914s on the other. Preset if you were to think with a 10K pot on about 5.6 with a 5.6K resistor. So I was looking at this thing going, well, you know, it seems to be like I could just replace it with a pot, so I did. It's kind of neat because the 914s will saturate a lot quicker and dilate more with the bigger diodes in there. So you get a bit of a different response. It's a faster response with the 914s and a slower response with the 1N400. I can't say that over and over again. And there's also a contour control. So this is all with one freaking transistor. Let's turn it on and see what it sounds like. Right now the balls is cranked. The transmission, the shifter on it, which is why I call it the transmission, is right in the middle of the 10K pot. And the contour is about 2 o'clock. And I got the master volume down about a quarter of the way. Give it the neck. Back to the bridge. I'm going to sweep the contour to the treble side. And then to the bass side. Now I'm going to sweep the shift. 4001s. 914s. 4001s with a lid. Now the 914s was roughly the same, like. Right around half. Turn the contour up about half. Turn the balls down a little bit. We tune because we care. And of course you got more volume. You go from a full blast. Plays nice with others. Cleans up from a guitar without ever really getting totally clean. I hate to say it. It sounds kind of like a freaking tube screamer. I hate tube screamers. But I don't mind this one. And last but not least, you may remember the the ICBM from a previous episode of Stupid Pedal Tricks. Well, this one, now in addition to having the tone and sustain, also has the original level pot now controls how much fuzz is in there. You have a switchable input cap. I forget the sizes. I'll try and post them if I remember. I would just socket the damn things and play with them until you like it and it makes you smile and you feel a little wiggle down there or something. There is also a blend control that I added now because the layout that Mike Tester over on FSB had helped me out with way back when had provisions for a clean boost. He had recommended putting it on its own 100K pot. What I decided to do instead was I tried a 100K and a 50K pot. I ended up going with a 50K. I'm going to go back to the 100. I just put the output from the distortion on one side of the pot and clean on the other, and then took the output from that going to the master volume control. So what you can do with that is you can blend in various amounts of buffered but clean, for all intents and purposes, boosted guitar, and you can just dial in however much distortion as you want. If you're running a really clean amp, you can have it sound where it sounds almost like you have fuzz and clean running at the same time, which is kind of cool. You get like this clean sound with like a fuzz sustain in the background, which is, well, instead of me talking about it, let's start it off with it all the way over on the clean boost. Off. On. Clean boost isn't real loud. But it gives it a nice little, little bit of crunch. We'll turn it down now. And I'll bring up the fuzz. I'm going to bring it up slow so you can hopefully hear the change. Clean boost. Turn it up all the way. Clean boost. Start to add fuzz. About a quarter of the way. Now we're going to bring it up about a half. Definitely can hear the Big Muff now. Mostly fuzz. Now this is an IC version of the Big Muff Pi. It only uses three gain stages instead of the usual 4. And this one here is running a TL082. No, TL084 for the amplifier chip inside of the thing. It also has, well, you got the classic Big Muff kind of tone, but you also have the switch, so it can take you through different kinds of Big Muff, and it seems to affect the sustain. Depending on how you have it set. The more bass you let in, the more brassy it gets, and the more sustain you get. Up to a point. If you put too much bass in, then it gets farty and unusable, in my opinion. Right now, it's set to the standard Big Muff kind of silicone diodes for the clipping. Only I went and made it so one side is, you can make it so it's asymmetrical in a bunch of different ways. The way I did it was one side is 2 silicone diodes, the other side is 1. You can turn off the diodes completely in the center of the switch, and in the top on the left side, you have a germanium diode, germanium diodes, a mix of 1N60s and 1N34As. And on the other side, you have some kind of FET. I forget exactly which one it was. I think it was a 2N7000 or something. I don't know. Just take it, tie one of the legs to the other one, use it as a diode. Look it up on the internet, like I did. You'll figure it out. But anyways, you get different sounds depending on how it's set. Right now, it's the Big Muff with asymmetrical clipping. I'm going to turn off one side of the wave completely. It's just the silicone gets a lot fuzzier. Now I'm going to put in the germanium. Very, very much classic old school voice. Okay, turn that off, put it in the middle. This is with no diodes. Finally with the field effect transistor. Let's give a little silicone to that. Let's blend in some clean. Very, very natural sounding. Anyways, I'm going to tie this up because my neighbors are home and I don't want to drive them crazy. So, I think they're home. I thought they were home. Maybe they're leaving. Maybe I've already driven them nuts. I don't know. Anyways, that's the changed over Big Muff. I'm going to put it on the field effect transistor and the germanium at the same time. I didn't swept the tone down yet. Treble. It's a bass. I like it right around the half. With the blend about half. Dial out the Big Muff a little. Just bring in however much distortion as you need. Or blend out however much distortion as you want. Just give it just a hit. Bring up the fuzz. You get this kind of cool effect where it's like you hear the amp first and then you hear the fuzz swell in. Check it out. Turn the boost off. All three on at once. Turn the echo blends down. Anyways, sitting here wanking like an idiot. Once again, you got the stupid pedals over there. You got the Fuzzy Goodness Overdrive, Transmission Overdrive, and the ICBM. No, not an Intercontinental Ballistic Missile. IC Big Muff Pi. And of course, you got your stupid guitar, the Firebird thing that I built, and your stupider than ever host, the one and only pink Jimi Photon at your service. Thanks so much for joining us with another episode of Stupid Pedal Tricks, Great Outdoors Barefoot Boy Edition. See you guys next time. See you real soon. Be good. Peace.